A miracle. That is what we say when something happens that we can't explain. In the Trøndelag, many things happen that seem miraculous. Take, for example, Stiklestad in the year 1030. A king came there, Olaf Haraldsson. And like all kings, he came with an army and big plans. He wanted to Christianize Norway. Unfortunately, things didn't go precisely as planned. The local farmers killed him. But death didn't stop King Olaf. It was rumored that he was a saint. The body was disinterred. And imagine, his nails and hair had grown. A miracle. His remains were moved to Trondheim. Here they built this cathedral, Nidarosdomen. And to this day, pilgrims from all over the world come here to share in the miracle. And miraculous things still happen in the Trøndelag. Here at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, NTNU, John Ugelstad worked on the theory of monodisperse polymer beads. Researchers from all over the world sought after these beads that could revolutionize the treatment of cancer. American scientists were in the lead. They calculated that these beads would have to be created in outer space. But before they got that far, Professor John Ugelstad created them in his laboratory at NTNU in Trondheim. This university has produced Nobel Prize winners and created several world-class research environments, which is more than one could expect from a town of 170,000 inhabitants. If that is not a miracle, in any case, it is certainly remarkable. And there are the conditions for another miracle. When the reserves of gas and oil run out, as they will before long, it is good to know that our researchers have achieved miracles before. Here on this turf, great teams like Real Madrid, Milan and Juventus have played. If they wanted to go further in the Champions League, they had to beat Rosenborg. But beating Rosenborg at Lerkendal has proved to be harder than many celebrated football stars imagined. In 1997, a star-studded Real Madrid were beaten 2-0 at Lerkendal. Behind this miracle was a man with a different philosophy on how to build a football team. A team that today can still beat giants like Chelsea and Valencia. The trainer, Niels Arne Eggen, worked from a principle he called the good foot. If you know my strengths and play towards them, and I do the same for you, then our weaknesses will be less important. This applies in football and in many other activities. Just like football, jazz is a global phenomenon. There are more talented jazz musicians in the world than there are people living in Norway. So it is remarkable, not to say miraculous, that for 2 years in a row, students from the Jazz Studies Department of NTNU have won the prestigious International Young Jazz Talent of the Year prize. What is it about Trondheim and the Trøndelag region that makes miraculous things happen? Is it the legacy of St. Olav? The fresh, pure air? The silence in the woods? The freedom in the mountains? Perhaps it is the crystal clear water one can drink straight from the source. Or the charming old wooden houses. Maybe more than anything else, it arises from a culture imbued with creativity, expertise, trust, tolerance, and low criminality. Whatever the reasons, more and more people want to take advantage of this Trønder miracle culture. The proximity of world-leading centers of expertise, an educated workforce, and a safe environment has led to many international companies setting up in the Trøndelag. Right now, the Trøndelag is seething with energy. New miracles are in the air. All that is needed is companies that can use them. Come to Creative Trøndelag, where everything is possible.